Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and very good day everyone. My name is Faizatul Najihah binti Abdul Razak and my mentor number is 256766. First of all, I would like to thank you Dr. Nurul Nazihah Hawari because give the opportunity for me to present my research. My research title is Minimizing Tour Duration for Collecting Money from Selected ATM Branches in Seberang Perai Selatan, Penang. Without wasting any time, I would like to continue my present with the introduction. For the introduction, I had separate two parts, which is the travel assessments problem and automated teller machines. I will explain the travel assessments problem first. Travel assessments problem or TSP is one set of data that represent the number of cities n. The traveler must visit all the cities only once that starting and end at the same point. The purpose of TSP is to minimize distance of traveling and at the same time it can minimize durations, cost of traveling and increase the company's profits. Automated teller machines or ATM is an electronic machine for financial transactions in financial institutions. A lot of financial transactions can do by ATM such as withdrawals, fund transfer, bill payment and many more. ATM is not located at bank, but it also located at supermarket, convenience store, petrol pump, and many more. ATM retailer officer should ensure that the ATM can function properly, so they have to always do the maintaining, like collect the money from the machine and refill the new receipts. So they should travel to all the selected branches that starting at the depot. The problem statement in this research is the ATM retailer officer had faced of time spent during travelling to the selected ATM branches in Seberang Perai Selatan, Penang. They have spent more than 2 hours during travelling from depot at Taman Nagasari to all ATM branches. They also have to spend at least 15 minutes to all branches to ensure the ATM can use properly before they start the travelling to another branches. They also have to spend more time if they are stuck in the traffic jam, especially on the peak hours, and it cause of their work have delay for the several time. So, the purpose of this research is to find the best route for the ATM retailer officer for travelling to all branches that is starting and the end point at the depot. There are 3 objectives in this research. First, to identify the location of selected ATM branches in Seberang Perai Selatan and the distance between all the branches. Second, to formulate the mathematical model of the TSP for the ATM retailer officer during travelling. And the last is to find the optimal solution of TSP at all branches. In this research, I have used Travelling Assessments Problem TSP. TSP is one of the heuristic technique method to find the optimal solution of travelling. TSP had used to find the optimal solutions of the duration of travelling to the ATM branches around Seberang Perai Selatan in Penang. I had used nearest 3D methods to find the optimal solutions. At the right side, I have provided the formula and the step of the nearest 3D methods. The step of nearest 3D method is first, start at node 1 and let k equal to 1. Second, reset node j, which is the minimum time with the node k. If node j has been chosen previously, then choose the other minimum time node which is not be chosen as to eliminate the loop or subcycles. As go to the next step. The next step is move to node j, let k equal to j. And 4, repeat all the steps until all nodes are visited. And 5th, return to the node 1 as the end point. I had used Microsoft Excel Solver software in this research. The data I got from the interview and observation I had transferred in the Excel sheet before solve the problem using the solver. Solver has used to find the optimal solutions, which is the minimizing true duration of travelling to all ATM branches around Seberang Perai Selatan. In this research, I had used the primary data. For the data collection, I have used two types of primary data, which are the observation and the interview. For the interview, I had interviewed the ATM retailer officer at Depot Armor Security at Taman Nagasari. The several questions that I asked from them is how many ATM branches at the Seberang Perai Selatan should visit by them for every day. Second is the location of ATM branches. Third is how long they spend their time during traveling. And fourth is how long they spend at each of the branches. For the observation, I had used Google Maps to collect the time spent during traveling for every branches. This is a data that I got from the interview and the observations. There are 16 branches, include the depot and the time of traveling for every branches. Before I solved the problem using the solver parameter, I had set that the depot of more security as the starting and the end point of the traveling. After I solved the problem using solver, I got that the first branch that the ATM retailer officer visits is the Maiden Pirate Punta, which is 30 minutes from the depot Amor Security. The total time of the travelling is 128 minutes or 2 hours 8 minutes to complete the travelling. The result and the discussions. This is the difference of travelling durations between ATM retailer officer and after solved using the Excel solver. The time used by ATM retailer officer is 144 minutes or 2 hours 24 minutes, while the total time after calculations using Microsoft Excel solver is 128 minutes or 2 hours 8 minutes. It means there are 16 minutes difference between time used by ATM retailer officer and after the calculations using Microsoft Excel solver. Conclusions and recommendations. In this research, researchers found that the Microsoft Excel solver is the best software to solve the traveling salesman's problem TSP. The main objective of this research is to find the least time durations during traveling from one ATM branch to another branch. Minimum time durations not just save time during traveling, but it also can save traveling budget like petrol and toll charge. So, from this analysis, the researchers suggest that the ATM retailer officer can use the new route, which is the route of the analysis using Microsoft Excel solver, because it's more convenient and can save times and cost of traveling. The company also can increase the profits. That's all from me. Thank you.